GPS coordinates now. possible suspect or suspects have been reported near your location.
911, please state your emergency.
Get out! Slow down! No!
Yo, go ahead, will you? No. CTOS has verified your location. Police are on their way.
All units, 1029. We have information on a known criminal. Relaying the CTOS coordinates now.
Clear!
All units, 1031. An APB has been issued for an escaped felon. CTOS is tracking the suspect's coordinates. Approach with extreme caution. Our system's been compromised. Take us offline. Base to control. Be on alert. Possible targets near your location. Squad, I'm looking at an illegal use of firearms.
911, state your emergency.
10-4. We're en route. Dispatch to squad. Be on alert. Possible hostiles near your location. Network's clear. Keep an eye out, just to be safe.
Yeah, squad, stand by. We're swinging back around.
suspect.
He's gotta be here. Doing another sweep. Over. He's not letting up! Squad, do any other units still have a visual?
I'll see if I can block him off. God! I'm hit! 911, what's your emergency?
Let's take a look.
CTOS verified your location. Police are on the way.
Officer needs help! EMS, ASAP! Hey, you! Hey!
Come on.
Light him up!
Nice.
Go find him. 911. Help! We've got a shooter!
Que no se escape ese cabrón. Búsquenlo.
We've tracked your location. Police are coming.
That's crazy.
Local units code 2. Suspect is implicated in the murder of an SFPD officer. Proceed with extreme caution.
Okay, here we go.
ordered a trader. Take care of it. Dispatch to squad. Suspected arsonist has turned up on CTOS near your location. Engage when ready. Over.
What?
La Scopeta
Hang
is
on.
heading our way to handle it.
Yes, done.
Get back on the damn road! I got eyes on the target, vatos!
Oh, watch where you're going. Let's see what we got.
Should I call an ambulance?
All units, 1029. We have information on a known criminal. Relaying the CTOS coordinates now.
You! Yes, excuse me? Don't run. Just have some questions for you. What do you want? Get out of here. Get away, all right? It's for your own security.
What's going on?
Almost there. Got this.
see where this goes.
Kat said just have half, but I don't want to win, so she eat it.
Out of the way! Well, well, well. Something from... Wait, did you see that? Hold on, Got it. Oh yeah, that works.
Saw the whole thing, man.
Wow.
to drive, asshole!
Please state the nature of your emergency. CTOS is monitoring the situation. Police are en route.
Douchebag.
Retro, Primate's up to something. One of their goons is on a crime spree. Lenny's online claiming it's our guy.
She can't throw dirt at us like that.
You could try stopping the spree, earn us some brownie points.
Officer needs help! EMS ASAP! motherfuckers try to push us around? Let's roll!
Hold up.
Squad, we've got total loss of power over here.
should I do?
Just get lost.
Bad things always happen when
There's
I'm...
a shooter! Run!
Hi, I need an ambulance. It's an emergency. We're on his tail.
Yep, squad, we have alert to a hospital in your area.
On location. Searching for the suspect. Suspect is on foot.
We're the good guys here.
Go lethal!
Be advised, we have reports of previously identified target near the location.
Start looking. Taking aim. Control, it's dead sec. Send more cars.
Find them! That's cool. Yeah. Wait, what? Cool.
Hey! The hey! Ugh!
Incoming. Shock dogs.
Real spit. Get out of here. We want to blood.
Local units code 2. Suspect is implicated in the murder of an SFPD officer. Proceed with extreme caution.
Nah, I don't think so. This area is close to you.
You!
Shit is off the chain, yo.
Get back here now!
Can't hide from the fucking-
Hands on confirmed. Bam is on deck. Holla at me.
See ya! Firing off a gun! Help! Someone's shooting! Please come quick!
Dispatch to squad. Be on alert. Possible hostiles near your location.
Come on.
Get
come
out.
on. Someone call the cops.
911, what's your emergency? Something's happening. You guys need to come out here. Officer, please remain calm.
I mean,
Ah, fuck. Knock, knock.
Find him and fuck him up. Understand me? Get out there and find that motherfucker.
cell phone.
Squad, we've identified a suspect in an armed robbery. Heading toward your location. Over.
Keep moving. Huh.
Firewall's up. Play nice out there.
Lost him, I'm calling it.
What?
USC, hold your position.
Control, be advised that a possible target or targets have been reported near your location.
Coño, qué chingados. No way. You're talking crazy. That's just crazy, man. Okay. Whatever. Sure.
Damn it!
Which quadruples our old white guy quotient.
It's gonna be something else.
Why does 48-year-old John Cena walk with the stiffness and stoop of a 70-year-old man? Perhaps the sudden announcement of his retirement hides a truth the public has never known. In the interview following his WWE farewell match, people noticed Cena's unusually slow movements, his body leaning slightly forward as if every step was an ordeal. In reality, decades of wrestling have left deep marks on his body. Spinal inflammation, along with severely worn vertebrae and knees, mean he can only ease the pain of walking by bending forward. To maintain his peak physique, he once relied on steroids, a choice that kept his muscles defined but placed enormous strain on his heart. Facing Cody Rhodes' relentless offense, he quickly ran out of stamina and was ultimately defeated. In the stands, his wife Shay couldn't hold back her tears. Why does 48-year-old John Cena walk with the stiffness and stoop of a 70-year-old man? Perhaps the sudden announcement of his retirement hides a truth the public has never known. In the interview following his WWE farewell match, people noticed Cena's unusually slow movements, his body leaning slightly forward as if every step was an ordeal. In reality, decades of wrestling have left deep marks on his body. Spinal inflammation, along with severely worn vertebrae and knees, mean he can only ease the pain of walking by bending forward. To maintain his peak physique, he once relied on steroids, a choice that kept his muscles defined but placed enormous strain on his heart. Facing Cody Rhodes' relentless offense, he quickly ran out of stamina and was ultimately defeated. In the stands, his wife Shay couldn't hold back her tears. Why does 48-year-old John Cena walk with the stiffness and stoop of a 70-year-old man?
In honor of Jane Goodall, these are the most...
Here's the most stress.
They also in 2000.
Even if a penguin waddles,
The body scan activated through pressure impact.
Guys,
It's one thing to see yourself get older and more out of shape, but most of the people on that rally never have been in shape. So what does it mean getting out of shape? They've always looked at the shitty body, so therefore it gets shittier as time goes on. It's just when you've been hailed for years as this supreme body, and you have the definition, and you see the veins coming down your abs, and you see veins on top of your chest.
You were Superman.
I know, you see all of this stuff, and now you cut, and you roll the clock forward 50 years, and now you're standing there, and you don't see that anymore. So that's kind of like, wow. I never, ever thought about that when I was like 30 years old or 40 years old, that this is going to happen. That, one time we're going to look at this body, and it still looks better than the majority of bodies, but I mean, it just sucks. It's one thing to see yourself get older and more out of shape, but most of the people on that rally never have been in shape. So what does it mean getting out of shape? They've always looked at the shitty body, so therefore it gets shittier as time goes on. It's just when you've been hailed for years as this supreme body, and you have the definition, and you see the veins coming down your abs, and you see veins on top of your chest.
You were Superman.
I know, you see all of this stuff, and now you cut, and you roll the clock forward 50 years, and now you're standing there, and you don't see that anymore. So that's kind of like, wow. I never, ever thought about that when I was like 30 years old or 40 years old, that this is going to happen. That, one time we're going to look at this body, and it still...
The King of England showered 3 times in 3 months.
Oh, my
And that was
God.
a scandal. Everyone was like, this motherfucker
is using up the water.
He thinks he is something else.
Right.
Oh, my
no one
God.
showered. It was rare to change your clothes once a year.
God. Yeah. Well,
And
that's what they
shower.
said about the Mongols, that their clothes, because there was
Yeah, it was
animal
made out of, like,
skins.
rats
They were
and shit.
literally, rats.
Living
they
in them?
literally rot off of them.
The King of England showered 3 times in 3 months.
Oh, my
And that was a
Hello. What?
This man is singing a song in Utah. Police responded to the home of a city council member after reports that his son had been involved in a traffic accident. When officers arrived to investigate, the situation quickly escalated in an unexpected way.
Why are you here?
He's asking you which car is involved.
Yeah, I want to know why there's 2 officers responding to such a simple thing.
Because there can be.
We pay a lot of money for you guys in this city.
Okay.
And I decide whether the budget's good or not. And so I think you should go patrol Main Street, do your job, and I'll talk to him and I'll deal with this.
Okay.
Go patrol Main Street. I'm not
I'll
dangerous.
talk to him.
Look, guys, we pay
no,
so much
listen,
money for
man.
this.
Okay.
Hey, look, I
Why
decide.
don't you just hang out for a second?
Go patrol
and
Main Street.
we'll
Make
see.
yourself useful. Come on, guys. Go patrol Main Street. Make yourself useful. Let's not waste taxpayer dollars.
So, tell me what's going on.
Come down here. I've got a family event going on.
Okay, that's fair. I'm willing to do that.
I want to know why you're even here.
Because I am obligated
No,
to invest.
tell me
There's
why
a
you're
car that's wrecked down there.
Uh-huh.
And you have already talked to the guy and said that your son had run into his car.
Yeah, and I gave him my insurance, and I gave him everything, and we already called and made an insurance report. State Farm's handling everything.
Okay, and it's also over $1,500, so I need to
it's going to be
investigate
his car's totaled. Yeah. So he called you. That's what you. Yeah, that's all you needed to say. Hey.
Yes, he called me.
Yeah. See, this is the problem, and your guys' lack of training blows my mind. It blows my mind. Hey, Ted, I'm here. There was an accident. The person whose
Will
car
you please
owned...
not step up on
No,
me?
no, I'm telling you.
I'm asking
no,
you
no, no,
not
no,
to.
no, no. I'm telling you how you're supposed to do your job because you obviously don't know. Look, listen. Hey, Ted, the person that your son hit earlier has asked that I make a police report. I'm here to do that. Instead, you show up like you're an FBI agent doing some big secret thing. Like, who trained you? I want to know who trained you.
Can I get your son's name?
How old are you?
Can I get your son's name?
How old are you?
Okay.
How long have you been?
Are you going to
in
impede an investigation?
No. Do you have a warrant to be here?
I'm on public property right now.
I'll cooperate with you, but you
I'm trying to.
No. You guys have got to learn how to do your job right. We are botching so many things in the city because of you guys, and you know that. You're aware of everything, and I'm aware of everything.
Can
and
I
you know
get your
that.
son's name?
You can step onto my property, and I will talk to you if you will be reasonable. Let's start the conversation over.
Let's do it.
Please.
Okay.
Hi, my name
Hello?
is Ted Stokes.
I am here because there was a complaint about your vehicle or your son hitting another vehicle, and the vehicle looks like it's totaled.
And the person who made the complaint was the person who owned the car?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We already talked to him. I'm happy to help you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we need your...
2 responding officers.
Yes.
For a non-moving vehicle incident.
Yes. What's your son's date? His driver's license?
Yeah, sure.
Do we need?
Will you go get it, Court? I don't have it.
Does he need to come out here?
No. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Can you tell me which vehicle it was?
Yeah, it was that Hyundai Sonata right there.
Okay. So I do have his, or I guess it's your insurance information.
Yes.
Does the car belong to you?
Yes.
Okay.
I stayed there for half an hour. I waited for them to get home.
Okay.
When they got home, I gave them their information. I don't have a problem with you being here. I have a problem with the approach. 2 responding officers to this, and we we'll probably have another accident on Main Street right now.
So it's this one right here?
Send the responding officers. Like, I'm gonna defund you guys. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that you guys are wasting. I can't believe you have him sitting there wasting tax dollars. Give me one good reason why he's there. Wasting tax dollars. I love that you want me to answer your questions, but you won't answer mine. He doesn't dispute fault. Like, it's his fault.
Okay. So is your son okay?
Yeah, he broke his nose. Hey, Justin, Ted Stokes. Hey, I've got 2 police officers at my house. This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. Tucker hit a non-moving car on a road. We gave the insurance.
Cash, Bravo
we
12.
Gave the insurance
Can I get a
to the
1027
guy.
by number?
Everything was good. I think he called to make a report just to make it fine. 2 officers show up at my house, walk up to my front door.
247 118 417.
Don't tell me anything other than we're here to do an investigation. And the other officer's still sitting here as backup. Like, this is, Justin, I'm sorry, but...
Sorry,
like,
1099.
This can't happen, man. Like, this other officer needs to leave and stop making... Needs to go.
Yes, correct.
I'm fine to give a report to this. But he wouldn't even tell me. Like, it wasn't like, hey, Ted, we're here. It's Officer Hansen. I'm blown away by this. Justin, I promise you, I will do everything in my power as a city council member to make sure these guys are defunded. There will be 5 police officers in this town because this is unbelievable that this guy needs a backup officer to make sure I don't hurt him at my house for my son hitting a car non-moving. I waited a half an hour at the guy's house to give him his insurance policy. I'm fine with him making a police report. I'm blown away by the fact that right in the middle of my Sunday dinner, my daughter's birthday party, with five other cars here for guests. I've got 40 people at my house for a birthday party, and
So
I've got two officers at my house. And this guy's.
Can I talk to your son?
Who's the other officer?
Macomb.
Yeah, I've got Hanson and Macomb. This is unbelievable. Like, get on Main Street, the other officer, and go patrol. Instead, they're making sure City Councilman Stokes doesn't do something. Like, I don't know if this is retaliatory or what, because I didn't vote. Like, it better not be. I'm telling you, Justin. Like, this is over. Like, this is the last straw. I've got two officers out in front of my house with 40 people in my house celebrating a birthday party, and he couldn't even tell me why he was here other than he was to investigate a car accident that he acted like we had done a hit and run for. Like, that's how he approached me. He didn't say, hey, Ted, guess what? Like, some guy wants to make a report.
Widespread criticism from the mayor and fellow council members who condemned his remarks as unprofessional. Stokes later issued a public apology, admitting he violated ethics standards and apologizing to the officers and his colleagues. Despite the backlash, no disciplinary action was taken, and he continues to serve on the Smithfield City Council. The Smithfield Police Department still lists 12 officers on its roster, with no changes to its staffing following the controversy.
I got declared emergency. My pilot's unconscious. I need help up here.
All right, that voice you're hearing is that of Doug White. He and his family had just gone down to Florida to actually attend his brother's funeral, and they're trying to take a charter flight back to their home in Louisiana. When on the climb out, basically passing through about 8,000 feet or so, Doug looks over and realizes that the pilot is unconscious. And so now he's kind of freaking out and trying to figure out what he's going to do and whether he's actually going to make it through this.
559 Delta Whiskey, Miami Center. Climb maintain 14,000.
King Air 559 Delta Whiskey is the call sign that you're going to hear throughout the video, and the voice you just heard is that of the pilot who is sitting in the left seat. And as they're on their climb out, basically this is the point where he loses consciousness. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last words he ever speaks. You know, Doug White is sitting in the right-hand seat, and he's got his family in the back, and the decision that Doug made to sit in the right seat is going to play a pivotal role in the outcome of this event.
Miami Center, King Air 559 Delta Whiskey.
Air 559 Delta Whiskey, Miami Center. Here's your loud and clear. How me?
I got declared emergency. My pilot's unconscious. I need help up here.
Air 559 Delta Whiskey, Roger, and Samoa.
All right, something that you need to know is Doug actually has some time flying a single-engine Cessna, but he had that time about 18 years prior to this flight. So he logged about 80 hours flying a Cessna 18 years ago, then he stopped flying, and this is only his second time in a King Air. And prior to takeoff, Doug had asked the pilot how to talk on the radio because he was starting to pick up an interest in aviation and flying again. So knowing how to find that switch and actually talk on the radio is really going to help Doug out in this situation.
559 Delta Whiskey, so attention.
I need to get this thing on the ground. I'm flying the King Air.
Air 559 Delta Whiskey, I understand. Are you a pilot? The pilot unconscious.
My pilot's deceased. I am a single engine pilot, low time.
Miami 49.
I need help. I need a King Air pilot to talk to.
So the air traffic controller initially assumes that Doug is actually the co-pilot on this flight because it's not very typical to have a passenger talking on the radios because passengers typically aren't riding up front with the other pilot. And so there's a little bit of confusion here, and the air traffic controller is talking to Doug as if he's a pilot, asking him to state his intentions. And he's starting to piece things together. The air traffic controller is realizing that Doug may not actually be a pilot. And this is where Doug admits that he is a low-time single-engine pilot, meaning he has flown a single-engine aircraft, but he hardly has any experience doing that. And he definitely doesn't have any experience flying a King Air, which is a multi-engine aircraft with retractable gear and all sorts of other things that a low-time single-engine pilot would not be used to.
Air 9 Delta Whiskey, understand you are able to fly an aircraft?
Single engine, I need to get off this. I'm going through 11,000. I need to get level.
Air 9 Delta Whiskey, go ahead and level off at 1,000.
I want to do that with unset this autopilot.
So air traffic control wants Doug to level off the plane at 11,000, but the problem is the aircraft is still climbing because the autopilot is turned on. And in this instance, what had happened is the pilot who was originally flying had set the autopilot to maintain a specific rate of climb, but he hadn't set the autopilot to stop at a pre-selected altitude. So without that altitude being pre-selected, the aircraft is going to keep climbing.
20461, contact Miami approach 133.77.
3377, 0461.
Mech 2234, contact Miami.
And yes, air traffic control and pilots can talk this fast on the radio, especially in an emergency. Right now, air traffic control is trying to clear all these other pilots off of the frequency so he can focus on dealing with this emergency.
Whiskey, are you able to maintain 12000?
Do I turn off the altimeter or not? It's steady climbing, and it looks to me like my altitude descent is on 10,000. I don't know why I keep going.
So you can see the altimeter. If this is accurate, it's showing the altimeter is 12,000, basically saying that the aircraft is at 12,000 feet. You can see right below that is your vertical speed indicator showing that the aircraft is climbing at a rate of 1,500 feet per minute. And so what Doug is saying is, hey, I know where the autopilot is located. At least I can kind of figure that out. And I can see that it looks like it's set to 10,000 feet, but I'm obviously not at 10,000 feet. The aircraft is still climbing. And when he's saying turn off the altimeter, what he's really meaning is turn off the autopilot. So it's obviously a very scary situation to be in because right now the autopilot is flying the aircraft for you. And if you turn that thing off, now it's going to be entirely on you to fly the aircraft.
And November 9 Delta Whiskey, okay, and you think the autopilot is on?
I know it's on.
And or 9 Delta Whiskey, all right, can you tell what altitude it says it's going to climb to?
The altitude said it's 10,000, but I'm going through 13 now. It should have leveled off at 10, so how do I stop that is what I want to know.
All right, so most people don't realize that the majority of air traffic controllers are not pilots and do not have any flight time experience. They're specifically trained to be air traffic controllers. Now, there are some that were previously pilots or some that fly on the side as a pilot recreationally, but for the most part, air traffic control is not going to be familiar with the instruments on your aircraft, the autopilot, or how the aircraft actually performs. And so he's in a really tight predicament right now because the controller is trying to most likely desperately find somebody who has some flight time experience in the control room with him, or get somebody else on the phone that they can use to basically coordinate with Doug to help him get out of this situation.
559 Delta Whiskey only, and understand, so we're trying to find some help out here, and you're still on a climb?
Still climbing through 14,000.
Now, the only problem with the aircraft still climbing is that eventually that aircraft will hit what's known as its service ceiling altitude, or basically it'll get to an altitude where the engines can't keep up with the performance required out of it. Most likely at that point, the autopilot's going to kick off, or worst case scenario, the aircraft could stall. So Doug is realizing this problem, and he's trying to figure out how to get this aircraft to stop climbing, because if he doesn't, he could be in a much worse situation.
I can turn my altitude set to 15, maybe that'll stop it.
You said it's set at 15,000?
It's set at 10,000, 10,000, but it went through that. So I need to, if I set it to 16,000, will it level off or not under altitude set? 9 Delta Whiskey?
Right now, Doug really wants this guy to help him out and give him any sort of advice or instruction, because Doug is literally just sitting there, letting the airplane continue to climb and fly itself, and he has no idea what to do.
November 9 Delta Whiskey. Okay, I understand that you're going to be leveling off at 15,000. Is that what you're showing on the autopilot?
All right, the controller is trying his best, and you can tell from this question that he's kind of hoping that maybe Doug has figured out the autopilot and is going to actually get the aircraft to level off at 15,000.
No, autopilot once again says 10,000. I've already busted 10,000. I'm steady climbing. I need to stop the climb.
Doug's getting mad now because he's like, look, dude, I've told you multiple times this aircraft is still climbing and I need it to stop. Help me.
Stay with me, Miami. Let's go.
559 Delta Whiskey. I'm here. Don't worry. We're trying to find a solution to that. Stand by.
For me on the 50.
Okay, number 5 Delta Whiskey. When you look at the center console there, you don't see anything with the ATM. You see the autopilot's unable to disengage.
I don't know. I know where the the autopilot switch is down there. It's on engage right now. I can engage it if you disengage it. That's fine.
5 Delta Whiskey, disengage the autopilot. We're gonna have you hand fly the plane.
Now this is a critical moment for Doug because as soon as he disengages that autopilot, it's all on him.
All right, do you want me to disengage the autopilot?
Number 5 Delta Whiskey, affirmative. Disengage the autopilot.
All right, disengaging autopilot. I need to pull back on the throttle some, correct?
So Doug is asking this question because the aircraft is currently climbing. So if he disengages the autopilot and he pushes forward on the yoke to level off the aircraft, the power is set at a higher power setting than what is required for level flight because it needed that extra power to do the climb. So yes, he is going to have to pull back on the throttles just a little bit.
Yeah, I can disengage the autopilot right now.
Okay, hold the yoke level, disengage the autopilot.
Say again?
Hold the yoke level and disengage the autopilot, number 5 Delta Whiskey.
I disengaged it. I'm flying the airplane by hand.
All right, so Doug's pilot went unconscious at 8,000 feet, and now he's at 17,000 feet. And if they were climbing at 1,500 feet per minute, that means it's been 6 minutes since that pilot went unconscious. But I guarantee you that 6 minutes probably felt like 20 minutes to Doug. Now, before the aircraft took off, they had filed a flight plan indicating their destination, the number of people on board, as well as the fuel on board. And so right now, air traffic control knows that there's enough fuel on board for Doug to kind of keep flying this plane nice and level until they figure out what to do.
All right, number 5 Delta Whiskey. We're going to start a slow, shallow descent. Just easy down on the yoke. A slight descent. We're going to get you down to 11,000.
All right.
We're going to take a nice, shallow descent. Whatever you're comfortable with, we'll just try to make a nice, shallow, 500 feet per minute descent.
So I think it's becoming obvious to the controller that Doug has a little bit of flight experience, and so that's why she's asking him to fly a 500 foot per minute descent, because every single plane has a vertical speed indicator, and Doug should be familiar with this instrument and can use it to reference for flying right now.
What's the rate of descent for 9 Delta Whiskey?
Number 9 Delta Whiskey, whatever you're comfortable with, we're going to try just start at like a 500 feet per minute. If it goes more, that's fine. We're just trying to make it a nice, easy descent for you down to 1,000.
I got it 1,000 feet per second.
Number 5 Delta Whiskey, that's fantastic.
9 Delta Whiskey, straight ahead on a heading of, about 350.
All right, Doug is starting to sound a little bit more confident. He's telling the controller that he's flying straight ahead on a heading of 350. He said, hey, I've got 1,000 foot per minute rate of descent going right now. So he's starting to get a little bit more comfortable flying the aircraft.
Number 5 Delta Whiskey, doing all right there descending?
We're having a 9 Delta Whiskey, 1,000 foot per minute descent, 9 Delta Whiskey.
All right, so Doug obviously has a sense of humor about that situation. As dire as it might be, at least he's able to kind of joke about it a little bit.
Okay, number 9 Delta Whiskey, just so you know what we're doing here, we're going to get you down to 1,000. We're going to make you give you a turn to the west. We're going to hand you off to Fort Myers Approach, and they've got some controllers there that also have pilot experience, and they're going to talk you all the way in down to the landing there. Do you have any experience in a King Air?
Now this controller is doing a fantastic job. That radio call right there is a perfect one to make, telling Doug, hey, sit back, relax. We're going to get this figured out. Here's the plan. Here's exactly what we're going to do. And that's going to give Doug a little bit more confidence in the situation.
Negative.
All right, number 5 Delta Whiskey, you're doing a real good job. Just keep you doing a very good holding your heading, a real nice descent there.
Yeah, any sort of reassuring calm to Doug is going to help him out even further.
You got me heading almost due north.
Number 5 Delta Whiskey, affirmative. I just didn't want to turn you while you're descending. If you're comfortable with that, I'll give you a turn out to the west while you're descending. It's up to you. Would you like to continue straight during the descent or make a turn with the descent?
So this is a good decision by the controller too, to keep him going straight ahead while he is descending, because especially for somebody that has never flown before or for a very inexperienced pilot, it can be challenging to perform a turning maneuver while climbing or descending, because you can easily lose track of one instrument while focusing on the other, and that could put you in a bad situation.
I can make a turn with the descent. I don't need any weather up here right now either, ma'am.
And number 5 Delta Whiskey, just to put your mind at ease, there's good weather at Fort Myers. There's no weather in the VFR.
That's probably the best news out of this entire situation, is that Doug is not going to have to worry about any weather when he goes in for landing, because if there was a low cloud deck or fog in the area,
It is official. Sean Diddy Combs has been sentenced in his federal criminal case. We are going to discuss everything that happened inside that courtroom, including the bombshell decision by the judge. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Today was the day. After 2 years from when Cassie Ventura Fine filed her lawsuit against Sean Combs, after an investigation, after a raid, after the Cassie tape was published by CNN, after an apology video, after an arrest, after multiple indictments, superseding indictments, after an 8-week trial over the summer where Sean Diddy Combs was acquitted of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, but convicted of transportation to engage in prostitution, namely